Namaste. You might be thinking, somebody talking about signature in this digital era? Come on. Today I am going to share with you why signature, even in the digital era, is not just your pen stroke. It's mirror of your subconscious identity, your confidence, and your success patterns. In the year 2016, while attending a seminar, I stumbled upon something so ordinary, so obvious, which each one of you might have seen hundreds of times, yet hardly anybody noticed it. The letter H is always printed larger than letter T. Did any one of you ever notice this? Hardly anybody. Don't worry, neither did I. Though both the letters H and T, they belong to upper zone category, every book, every magazine, every newspaper worldwide, they print H larger than T. Isn't that strange? Don't take my words. Next time you read anything, check out yourself and you will find it. And you would be amazed when you use your gadgets, mobile, laptop, or any other digital device, you will find the same out there also. This cannot be by chance. There must be a logic. For your information, letter H represents wisdom and letter T represents ego. And worldwide, this is being highlighted that one must have higher wisdom than ego. Now you are smiling. I can get your response. And that's the moment when I realized why I used to be hyper. And I used to argue a lot. Because my script always showed my T's are larger than my H. And my mother would always say, Shant ho ja, cool down, relax. I tried hard, but it never worked out. This one information changed my life. I consciously practiced my H larger than T. And do you know, within weeks, I was more grounded and a calm personality. My mother was the happiest person at that time. Don't you think that just by changing the size of H larger than T, it transformed everything? Is that magical? My dear friends, life is driven 90% by the way we are conditioned in our mind and just 10% our intelligence. And that's where this science, which is known as graphology, a powerful science to decode somebody's personality, somebody's behavior just by looking at the script, is one of the most powerful and the simplest science to actually understand yourself and also to transform one's life. Today, let me share with you a poorly structured signature can silently sabotage your self-confidence, clarity, and even your success pattern without you knowing about it. Example, let me share Mr. RK contributing at the high level at a fairly 500 Fortune organization, contributing in a 500 Fortune organization at a fairly high place, connected to the directors of the organization. His contribution was very high, but he was facing the challenge of connecting with their directors on a continuous basis, and that was the biggest challenge he was facing. And his signature showed placement of one dot at an inappropriate place showed about his arrogance. And while he was advised to remove that one dot, within months, everything changed. Directors more connected, his contribution was much more admired, although he is contributing at the same level. Only his behavior transformed, because graphology is the science of mind conditioning, whereby brain sends message to fingers to design strokes. And that is why every child starts writing A, B, C on the same dotted design. Some end up writing like calligraphers and some like pharmacists. And that's the difference, because each child has their unique mind conditioning. The way you sign is the way you show up. Graphology reveals more than 100 traits. You would be amazed. Graphology reveals more than 100 traits related to leadership, your financial patterns, the way you make connections in your life, about your health, and many, many more. Because graphology is not just your pen stroke, it is behavioral biometric science. That means from mind to stroke. Mr. Mahesh, a mechanical engineer, passed out from one of the most reputed college, qualified, had skills, dedicated to work, and still facing barriers to achievement. He got so many trainings to overcome these challenges he was facing, but he was still stuck. And one fine day, a graphotherapist observed his signature, and he said, "Your scribbled signature is the reason for your barrier to achievement." Scribbled signature, whereby your name is not readable. No one can comprehend what's written out there. And just one shift, he was advised to sign his name clearly and practice every day for 21 times. And this one practice made him more thoughtful. He started prioritizing his work. His image transformed. And then opportunities started flowing from him. And he was heading towards success. Don't you think that's really strange and miracle? Let me ask you, how many of you think forging a signature which is very clear is easy, or forging a signature which is complicated, not readable is easy? So can I see your hands? How many of you think forging readable signature is easy? Can I see your hands? Okay, we have few hands going around. Wonderful. And how many of you think forging a complicated signature is easy? Oh, again, few more hands. To the matter of surprise, forging a complicated signature is much easier than forging a simple signature. Why? Every stroke you make is an outcome of your mind conditioning. And no one in the world can match your stroke. A child was advised just to change a stroke in the letter M. And that changed the way child used to memorize, the way the child was performing. Now with less time investment, the child is giving more output. That's the power of this science. And for students sitting out here, I would like to say, the first time you made your signature, why did you design that particular signature? Even every adult sitting in this room, my question to you, whatever you designed your signature, why did you design that particular signature? You had thousands of other options. Because something that you connected with your subconscious mind conditioning at that moment of time is something either you copied or you made it yourself. And interestingly, that pattern continues in your life. Let me share a fun fact with you. If you observe the signature of successful entrepreneurs and celebrities, you will find their first letter enlarged. And this enlarged first letter plays a vital role into their fame and name. Success is always related to how one is perceived by others in the society. And the question is, Mr. Shiv Khera once said, people are hired for their knowledge and skills, but fired for their behavior. Isn't that profound? Life is operated through one's behavior and not just intelligence of knowledge and the skills to work out. And how do you decode someone's behavior before hiring them as an employee or a business partner or maybe a life partner? Answer is simple. Look at their signature. Signature reveals everything. This young girl, she approached about her compatibility with her fiancé. And the script showed her fiancé's low sex drive. And this girl just brushed it off. She said, that's okay. And within years, this very factor became the source of frustration in their marriage. Graphology is that powerful. It shows that's hidden much before life reveals it. And that's where it is very useful for the HR and corporate leaders. Remember, people are hired for their knowledge and skills, but fired for their behavior. Just by interpreting through their signature and strokes, one can avoid wrong hiring. Very powerful tool for the mothers and teachers, because teachers and mothers are the beginners to shape young one's life. And if they know this science, they can actually read the emotion. They can read the emotion of the child that's unspoken. That's the power of this science, graphology. And the good news, icing on the cake, behavior can be transformed through graphotherapy. Graphotherapy is reverse mechanism from pen strokes to transformation of personality. When you change your strokes, mind conditioning changes, behavior changes. And when behavior change, results change in life. Before, and let me tell you, forensic department relies on handwriting and signature for criminal investigations. Again, this is the power it carries with itself. And now, before you get into changing your signature or enlarging your strokes, let me tell you, you should know what to change and why to change. People come to us and show, hey, is my signature correct? What should I make change? And we don't answer anything, because if I answer something, it would be judgmental. What works for Mr. Amitabh Bachchan may not work for his son. And graphotherapy is personal, like medicine. Don't practice blindly. Always consult an expert. So my dear friends, for success, you cannot control the circumstances, but you can definitely redesign your identity. And all it starts with how you sign your name. Namaste.